My name is Niel Leshner. I'm 73 years old, and I am a kidney cancer survivor. I was stage 4. What would I do if I have 6 months to live? I've been in remission for 2 years, and life has gone on. I feel great now. I feel fantastic. I have not missed a day of work. It started in 2007. I had a pain in my left side. I checked myself into another hospital, and they determined it was kidney cancer. They operated 2 days later. They said that kidney cancer had not spread. It was just in my kidney. They got it, and everything was fine until around 2018. And in bed that night, I just felt a little something here, and I thought I pulled a muscle from a bad golf shot, which are most of my golf shots. And it kind of didn't go away, and I would feel it, and I didn't say anything to anybody, and tell my wife. And probably a month later, I felt it would go away. Went to my doctor, and he says, yeah, it's probably nothing. I had a test, and they said, no, it's not cancer. And I had a lot of things going on that summer. I saw another doctor associated with St. John's, and he did a test. He said it's kidney cancer. So the second time I had a test on it, it showed that kidney cancer had come back, and they all said it's 12 years, it's been dormant, but it's always in your system, and it just showed itself there. So I had a scan, and they said that you not only have it there, but you also have it potentially in your lungs. They see a lot of spots in your lungs and in your pancreas. That is when I met Dr. T. I still felt so good. I didn't want to have any treatment. I said, look, are you sure? I mean, I did multiple tests. I saw a few doctors. Dr. T was the best, and I stayed with him. Nothing against the others, but I just felt too good. How could I possibly have cancer? And I said to Dr. T, once I finally agreed with my wife to go under the treatment, the immunotherapy, I said, what if I didn't do it? When would I feel something? Because probably in 6 months, you start feeling not too good. That was enough for me. I like to feel good. So the day after my first infusion, I believe it was in December of 2019, I played golf with my friend at Riviera the next day. I usually don't play Riviera. I'm not that good a golfer. I played the best round of golf I ever played in my life. And I called Dr. T immediately after. I said, is this immunotherapy? Does this help my golf game? And he just laughed and said, no, not necessarily, but good luck. Nothing changed in my life. It didn't affect my work at all. My travel, I did everything that I had been doing. Like, I changed absolutely nothing. I didn't feel great 100% of the time. I would get headaches. Dr. T would, prescribe something. My blood pressure was high. I took some blood pressure medicine for a while. I will tell you that I saw a number of doctors, and everybody wanted to put me on different things. And I just felt like, not Dr. T, but others, they were overdoing it. So like my sugar was a little high, and they wanted to put me on some sugar stuff. And I went through all of that, and I said no a lot. And looking back, it's good I said no. I just stuck with Dr. T's directions. And after 2 years, what they were seeing had gone away on my chest. They thought it was just scar tissue. There was really never anything there, maybe. But on my pancreas, that was still there, and it didn't look like that was going to go away. So Dr. T suggested that I have surgery. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do any more surgery. I already had this here, and I had my kidney years ago. I came to my senses after long conversations with Dr. T and decided to do it. I'll tell you the story. I'm a big football fan. My friend's a Ram fan. I go to all the games with him. My friends were very supportive. 2 days later, I checked myself in, had surgery here. 2 weeks later, I was at the Super Bowl. I mean, that's so fast. Great doctors. The surgeon was phenomenal. Dr. Bilchik was incredible. You talk about personalities. I mean, I work for ServiceNow. I've been there for 12 years. And Disney has been my customer. I covered them for my first 10 years here. Dr. Bilchik's neighbor is Bob Iger. I mean, when things fall into place like that, I always have coincidences that happen to me in my life like that. And my kids say, how does this happen to you? They go, well, you can't sit home on your couch. You got to be out there. So, I just think it's, having a positive attitude is a big reason that I've been able to get through this easier than taking another path, and having really supportive friends and family, and a very supportive wife, my wife, Elisa. And, there's a lot of folks associated with the hospital. Jean Goldsmith, who has been here as a dear friend of ours, she was extremely supportive throughout the process as well. I finished my last treatment, I would say about 2.5 years ago. So I came in for quarterly scans, then it became twice a year. I have my next half a year scan at the end of February. I feel fantastic. And I just want to say, Dr. T saved my life. He told me the percentages, 50-50, that this would work. That doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me, and I'm just blessed. So I'm here. I'm a father to my 3 kids and 2 grandkids. Love my life, love my friends. My house just burned down, because if you have kidney cancer, your house has to burn down. I mean, why not? Just like it's a reminder how lucky you are. Now that my house burned down, I'm going to survive that also. And I said to Dr. T from the time I had, from the time I was recovering with him, I said, if anybody else wants to talk to me, I'm happy to, be an advocate for how this works. And he never really took me up on it. I don't think I ever spoke to anybody, but I always reminded him, hey, I'm happy to tell my story. If it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone. I think I'm a pretty healthy person. I go to the gym every day since I'm 21. I walk every other day about 3 miles. I think staying healthy helped the process. And you think that these things are going to change you. You're going to be a volunteer. You're going to do all these altruistic things. I didn't. I thought I was. Probably became a more, I listened better, and I was probably a better person after this happened. But you're still yourself. And, you got to give yourself a break and always be like, self-healing. My daughters had a really tough time with it, and I'm just encouraging them that I'm going to be okay. Everybody in my family just rose to this occasion to really help me. So this hospital, fairly close to me. I can't tell you the service and the help here from the time I walked in the door. And by the way, I was getting this treatment during COVID. Just to make it even harder. I'm just blessed for St. John's. I'm not just saying that. I'll tell you another quick story. Anthony Hopkins moved in next door to me about, I'd say, the beginning of COVID. And I talked to his wife about why they moved here. They lived in Malibu before. And she said, so they can be close to St. John's. Just to hear that, they moved here just for this hospital, I knew I was in the right place. So my whole point is, you have to have someone you really believe in as your coach. Your doctor has to be your coach. I'm with you. Just like if you're an athlete or any kind of performer, you got to have that leader you believe in. I would say whether you feel good about yourself or optimistic, or if you have a family or your family is scattered, or if you're friends or wherever you are in life, if you're off the street, and St. John's is willing to help you, find that coach, and that coach has to be your doctor, a doctor like Dr. T. And then if you have friends, family, that's a blessing. That's extra. But you have to have that one person you believe that can get you through this. And with modern medication, there new solutions are found every day. And people like me who are happy to talk to you about it, find others. And this is all beatable. Cancer is going to be beatable. It's beatable right now. We're years away. And stay alive. Stay alive. Whatever you got to do, stay alive. Because only good things can happen. I'm just going to fight this. Just follow what Dr. T, and do it for my wife and do it for my kids and do it for myself. There was never a doubt that I was going to get through this in my mind. There was not for a second. If you deal with it, you have a very good chance to beat it and go on to living the life you want to live. You just do. It's not the end of the world. Nothing is the end of the world as long as we're here. But I'll tell you, again, Niel Leshner, you can call me anytime. I'm homeless, but I have a home. I have a home right here if I need it. I have a home with my friends and my family wherever we are.